Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, and Tom Griswold. And now, here's Tom.
Bob and Tom. Bob and Tom. Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show, home of the hits. There's Ace, there's Chick, I'm Tom, that's Josh, Pat Godwin, a man, a guitar, and an organ over there. He is a fine player, and now he's perfectly healthy after his medical checks yesterday.
And I hope
our staff hypochondriac.
I hope we hear Corn in the USA again.
I was forced to write that chick. It was fun.
All I said was I hope we get to hear it again.
So do you have a date now this weekend? Because she's so happy you're healthy?
I might.
Okay.
You don't know yet?
I don't know yet.
You better text her 10, 12, 15 times to see what's going on.
What's the matter? How come I haven't heard from you? Don't you love me?
I love you. Hello.
Do you have my phone password?
Now we have a lot to get to here today, including a lot of interesting animal stuff in the news. A big 3-day weekend coming up for a lot of people, which will be great. I hope you have a wonderful time.
Indeed.
I bet you're going to do nothing.
Well, I'm not allowed to do anything.
I know.
So I'll be doing nothing. I'll be lying down on my left side all weekend.
How many more days?
6.
Okay.
Well, tentatively 6.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure yet.
We'll see. But in the meantime, we want to introduce that young lady over there at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. It's
It's the phone.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
This is Larry King sitting in for Dick Hitswater.
Is that right?
Who was supposed to be sitting in for Edgar Beaver. And this is some other news.
Edgar Beaver.
Edgar Beaver.
Edgar Beaver is the joke.
Park officials in Jackson, Wyoming have approved a plan to bring high-speed internet into Grand Teton National Park.
I saw that.
And by the way, this reporter has discovered that if you Google the words Grand Tetons, you get a lot more than just scenic photos of mountains.
Sure.
Ha, cha-cha-cha.
Nice work, Larry.
Police in suburban Houston are looking for a woman who used a saw to break into a Botox clinic in order to steal anti-aging products.
Wow.
Sugarland police say surveillance cameras captured the burglary Friday night, showing a woman using a grinding saw to swipe the Botox from the RNMD spa. Yeah, RNMD spa. She's expected to be the featured criminal on this week's installment of America's Most Wrinkled.
That's a great show. Didn't you used to host that, Larry?
Yeah.
I think that his sack is regularly featured.
A British woman who has given up her career in medicine and moved to L.A. to become a porn star.
Oh.
Yeah, Miss Sylvia Sage said that she likes the money she makes in the world of porno, but not what her career move has done to her parents. She says, I want my parents to be just as proud of me in porn as they were when I was working in medicine.
Oh.
Well, she should probably start the healing process by pulling a stethoscope out of her rear end in her next video. By the way, this reporter has written a script for her next film.
Really?
It's titled Open and Say,
Oh, boy.
said that right on the teleprompter. As I'm sure you've all heard about the dude who was arrested after castrating another man with the man's permission in his home in Sebring, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, the two men found each other on a website called www. I'm guessing there's no way anyone else is into this, but what the hell, it's worth a shot.com. The guts and nerves it takes to be castrated by a man you met on the interweb is, well, all I can say is this fellow had bigger balls than me.
Had, being the operative. Yes.
The first ever ButtCon took place last weekend in New York City.
Yeah.
The convention was held for lovers of butts and butt-related activities. I took a look at the pictures from the event, and I could tell, even without being there, that it absolutely stunk.
Oh, gosh.
Spoiler alert, if you want to go stare at butts all day, the beach is free of charge. Plus, they'll throw in the boobs for free. Attention booze lovers, they're now making peanut butter whiskey.
Oh.
And just like with regular peanut butter, if you take in too much too fast, you can't talk. Mark, in there, give me another one.
A little bit of a peanut butter.
A dry mouth. Yeah.
That's right there on the teleprompter
Yeah,
in a
maybe
crazy,
a glass
mushy
of milk.
voice. And finally, a sexologist recently tried wearing her vaginal secretions as perfume for 30 days as an experiment to see if it would attract more men.
How'd she get that on her wrist? It's gotta be.
It didn't make her more attractive to men, but she did get stalked by a grizzly bear on her last hike.
Her last hike.
Yeah, this is operative word. This is Larry King sitting in for Dick Hitzwater, who is supposed to be sitting in for Eager Beaver.
Edgar Beaver.
Edgar, whatever.
Edgar is the joke.
Some other news. Adios, muchachos.
See you, Larry.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
With one eye.
Larry sitting in for Dick is sitting in for Edgar.
It's a complicated
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
We have Christy Lee once again. I was trying to introduce her.
Yeah.
Because I think it's about time that we got to.
He's Cosby.
What is this, a joke? Are you joking? This is a joke, right? What are you, from a radio station?
A peanut goes to a psychiatrist.
Sure.
Psychiatrist says, "Tell me about your life in a nutshell."
Be honest. You weren't sure it was over,
I
right?
wasn't. I was
Right?
not. I agree.
I thought it was going to be something about you're half nuts or something. I don't know.
Right.
Josh, do you still have the windbags from yesterday?
I do, yeah. Ace told a joke yesterday, and we.
have a
I
correction?
tried to fix, not necessarily
refinement?
fix, but I did my own version, and we had some versions sent in.
Okay, you ready?
So Ace, go ahead.
He's Cosby.
What is this, a joke? Are you joking? This is a joke, right? What are you, from a radio station?
Now, remember that band that had a huge hit in the 80s called Take On Me?
Sure.
They lived next door to me for a while in the 80s.
Ah.
So did Dwayne Johnson. I lived between a rock and a hot place.
Well, that's interesting because I lived in a neighborhood where Dwayne Johnson also lived.
Yeah.
Yeah. I lived between he and George from A-Team.
Oh.
Yeah. I lived between the Rock and a Papard place. Well, our friend Alex says.
That's George Papard, the famous
Yes,
actor.
he once lived between Dwayne Johnson and Patrick Stewart of
Yes.
Star Trek: The Next Generation fame.
Right.
He lived between a Rock and Picard place.
That's right.
Now, David, on the other hand,
Took it
lived
another
between Dwayne Johnson and a Hallmark store.
Oh.
He lived between the Rock and a card place.
Yeah.
And finally,
Oh, there's more.
I like a rock and a card
I like
place.
a card
I
place.
like that.
Finally, Jason lived between Dwayne Johnson and a Cialis store.
Yeah.
So he lived between the Rock and a hard place.
Yeah,
hard
that's-
place.
No, that doesn't work.
Jason, I thought it worked all right.
No, the punchline can't be.
Real.
It can't be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Where were we? Welcome back in the studio, the very handsome Mark Normand, as I mentioned.
You're so nice.
Mark, I know you're used to seeing professional comedy and being a comedian yourself. But as you can see, Ace Cosby is our engineer handling all the controls.
Never
over
been
there.
more uncomfortable in my life.
But you have a special segment here.
He's Cosby.
What is this, a joke? Are you joking? This is a joke, right? What are you, from a radio station?
I was talking to an optometrist friend of mine, eye doctor, you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
His whole, all these optometrists are not looking forward to next year.
No, why not?
Everybody be seeing 2020.
They ought to work.
Just like the other Cosby, I fell asleep.
Optometrist nailed it. Then he started having trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
difficult
wanted to
word.
say his peers, or you know.
I couldn't say 150 millionth visitor.
You're fine.
Happens.
Now, we were also talking about something that everyone, I think, experiences, and that is when you're in the car, a certain song comes on the air and you crank it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What if you're not a music person and you're in the car and you're listening to talk radio, and
Oh, sure, yeah.
when do you turn it up?
NPR.
Terry Gross is on. You just crank it.
All things
don't do that.
considered.
I want to hear her say Muslim like that again. But I was doing a little research, and I found out what our guest comedian Mark Normand's go-to song is, where you crank it up.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Now you got to start playing. You got to take your hands off the wheel now.
Yes.
What? Don't tell people that.
Yeah, you got to play air bass.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like the guy who's lost his place. What?
It's a good song.
That is a good tune.
Another one of my Turn It Up songs?
Please.
Oh,
I'm absolutely with you on this.
Now,
I can't believe it, but you're dead on, buddy.
you're probably saying, Tom, you're a hypocrite because you don't like that 80s synth. And
No,
yet,
sir.
And yet I do.
That one's great.
The
yeah.
safety dance?
Well, the hats really nail it.
Yeah, of course.
No. They're men without hats.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Okay. And then, of course, the greatest song, the greatest.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, that's a great one.
Archie Bell and the Drells.
From Houston, Texas, isn't he?
Where are they from?
Houston, Texas.
I cranked that one up.
And we dance, as good as we walk.
That's right.
You crank Houston.
Oh, sure, yeah. Cruising around.
Houston.
Dirty liar.
Little Dino on.
Okay, now,
Houston.
Christy Lee is at her post at the.
We haven't finished our birthdays.
Oh, who do we have left?
Born on this date in 1930, guitar entrepreneur Ernie Ball.
I'm not familiar.
I'm not either.
Oh, if you buy strings.
Ernie Ball strings, the best.
Oh, really?
Gotcha.
Here we are in narrow casting land again.
Yeah, right.
I think that we're talking music, the guitar, the greatest instrument ever invented, and
What is that? What's the name of the Mel Bay? That's another one.
That's
Mel Bay.
Talk about that.
So I rented my violin from as a
Ernie
kid.
Ball and
possibly the hardest.
Mel
I think,
Bay.
I think maybe the hardest I've ever laughed on this show.
Cy
There we
Conklin.
go.
Was an inside joke
When Mel Bay
about
died.
the great Mel Bay. We're going to dig it up. Don't say anything more.
Okay.
I like the premise.
Who's
I do
Mel Bay?
too.
Who's Mel Bay?
Let me
Up
explain.
in reverse.
Let me explain. Mel Bay. Did you ever play a musical instrument?
Nah, sorry.
Mel Bay had. You'd get these Mel Bay books, and it would be guitar. It would teach you how to play an instrument.
Yeah.
So they'd like
Guitar.
a 10-page.
Was it just guitar?
The Mel
No,
Bay.
I had a Mel Bay violin.
Yeah.
Or
Mel Bay
it was
method.
viola.
Wow.
And so
Actually.
when Mr.
Very
Bay,
rudimentary,
when Mr.
very
Bay,
starter.
Got it.
when Mr. Bay sadly left, we have some of the audio from the funeral. And again, the odds of you're getting this joke are so slim, but
we're going to do it anyway.
well worth it. Dean was down, and he was able to capture the audio at Mel Bay's funeral. I think we have it here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's great. I got a new closer.
Oh, God, that makes me howl. Okay, I'm sorry. Christy, where were we?
Also celebrating a birthday today, our good friend Louis Black, born on this date in 1948.
Louis.
Big Lou.
Wow.
Yep.
And he doesn't blow the candles out in his cake. He just yells at it. He just goes, for God's sake, I'm done.
Born on this date in 1963, actor Michael Chiklis.
Oh,
The Shield.
Yeah.
I walked one of the only movies I've ever walked out of when he was
Wired?
Belushi is Wired and Wired.
And he's okay, but that movie is just terrible.
Yeah.
Born on this date in 1972, Cameron Diaz.
Oh, yeah.
Big fan.
All but retired from acting.
Yeah,
Is that
she
right?
has.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Said she's had enough.
Said no thanks.
I
Now,
applaud
are
her.
you like me? Do you love her in Vanilla Sky?
I do. I do.
I love a crazy broad.
She's nuts.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah. I'm one of the people that really likes that movie a
Me
lot.
too. And Chick,
Same.
I know Chick hates it.
Yeah.
Well, any movie right at the end when they have to tell you what happened, I'm suspicious of.
No.
Yeah, I dug it.
Here's what you just watched.
No, but then
They got-
it sews it up. It has it make sense.
Tech support! As good vibrations as possible. Oh, dude. That's great.
Yeah.
It's terrific.
Born on this date.
Cameron Crowe.
I'm sorry.
Real down.
Sorry.
Born on this date in 1982, Andy Roddick.
Oh, he's a hunk.
Tennis dude.
Tennis dude.
Got
Oh.
Dick right there in his name.
No,
And-
one of the
and-
best.
Roddick.
And
Rod.
You got Rod and Dick. Come on.
And D at the end of and D.
Redundant. Oh, my God. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
He's like a triple threat, Christy.
I'm Josh Arnold. I like pizza and erotic movies. Andy Roddick.
Andy Roddick
Andy
movies.
Roddick.
Yeah.
Very
nice.
clever.
Wordplay.
I like
Humorous
that chick.
necessarily,
That
but
hurt my feelings a little bit. But yeah,
But comedy's not pretty. We all know that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Back to you, Christy. What else is happening?
Well, Alex Trebek, the Jeopardy host, has returned
passed
to
away.
work.
No.
No, he
Good
returned
news.
to work.
Shut up. This
Tell
is
me
good
what
news.
this story's about, though.
After
Go ahead.
finishing chemotherapy for pancreatic cancer, the game show posted a video yesterday on Twitter showing the 79-year-old host back on set and promising, quote, a good year ahead.
Good for him. It's a great thing. This is
Trebek started
great news.
work on July 22nd. his birthday. New episodes of the upcoming season 36 slated to begin airing September 9th.
Him finishing chemotherapy, he doesn't say anything about he's cancer-free
Right.
or anything.
Well, if you look at the video, you can see his doctors in the back yanking on their collars.
No, yeah, he's done with chemotherapy, but then you could say he's done. He's done working. He's
Stage
done,
4 pancreatic cancer is
tough
to beat.
Not too many. So
No, it's
good
not.
for him.
So I don't.
Great news for.
Let him work while he
1,000.
can.
and if you want to assume that he's going to live a long, healthy life, you're being a fool.
I did notice that they've.
Oh boy.
They have.
Oh boy.
he's
Now he's fair game. Okay.
He's thought better of it. It just switched just like that. Yeah, he can't kick the bucket fast
I'm
enough.
just saying there may be a certain insurance company they've sort of eased in a new spokesperson.
Yes, they're wetting their toes with.
Hi, Alex. I'm 50 and take medication. How is my? Sorry.
Everybody loves Alex Trebek,
No, I
right?
do too.
He's kind of a smarmy jerk.
Oh,
Yeah, but I like it though.
Had the glasses, lost the glasses, had a weird mustache, lost the mustache. Was gray
I
as
like
well.
mustache Alex
I
better
do too.
than clean shaven Alex.
I hate his pronunciations. We're going down to Santiago. Just say Santiago, all right? Come on.
How often do they do retakes, do you think? I think there's stuff he gets. I mean, that show is really, they're going to have a real tough time finding some. It's very tough to read. And who did he suggest?
They'll get Steve Harvey. He does everything.
God.
There's a guy, Ben Mankiewicz on Turner Classic Movies is pretty good friends with Trebek, and he would be great. He would be terrific.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad Alex is doing well.
We do wish
I
him
do
the
too.
best.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Sadly,
Griffin.
when some people pass away, they're cremated, right?
Sure, yeah, burned up. The
Sadly,
bodies are,
some
lit on
people
fire.
forget to pick up the cremated remains, and there's a problem in Iowa.
There's also, I found out this morning, there's also cremated remains in my old house's garage where Godwin's been living.
There are?
Hey, Dad.
What?
My dad is over there, yeah.
Oh.
Little
An
tiny.
Iowa funeral home is calling on families to pick up the unclaimed cremated remains of nearly 100 people.
Whoa.
Lene Strovers of Hamilton's funeral home in Des Moines told KCCI
We're on your side.
she's been trying to reach families and make arrangements for 200 sets of ashes for years.
That's a big earn.
She's got about 91 that still are unclaimed. They're in a locked closet at the funeral home. Some of them have been there since the mid-1990s.
I get this. I mean,
Get it?
Yeah, people don't want to. I mean, they've gone through a terrible time. They're grieving, and they don't want to go.
But you
by the way.
forget to pick them up?
Could it also be a money thing where you have to pay for the cremation when
No,
you pick
you
up the
pay.
ashes?
No,
Oh, you
you've
pay.
already
Okay.
paid.
Yeah, you've
No.
already paid.
I mean, maybe it's the fact that do they try to upsell the $800 urn?
Well, they
Right.
they put them in Grecian urns.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
They put them
do.
in a box.
They put them in a Grecian urn.
Somebody ask him what a Grecian
What's a
urn is.
Grecian
We get
urn?
out of
$10.50 an
it.
hour.
Wow, that was just
Man.
Well, I knew somebody who didn't pick up their Grecian urn because they hadn't paid yet. They owed on a Grecian urn. No Keats fans here? All right.
Oh, man. Too smart for the room.
Wow.
I liked it.
Thank you.
That's a word from every crossword puzzle ever made. Ode, that
Yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah, ODE.
That's big in
It's a
crossword.
homonym, you see.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Can you put two friends in one and it's a Bert and Ernie? All right.
There we go.
I got to see you tonight, everybody.
That's some live comedy with it. So they're
So you might want to check with the funeral home if you forgot to pick up grandma.
okay. So, but is it like a?
Sometimes
special
I think people probably think somebody else did it.
Is this like the Pound where they do the free adoption weekend?
Yes.
To
Yeah.
come by and
No,
grab
they're
it?
going to
up in
have
there.
a mass.
Okay. So
Oh, no, I'm reading there's an update on this story.
Yeah?
Apparently, a nearby elementary school has picked all of them up. There's a case of food poisoning. So they are going to sprinkle all the ashes on the puke. Nothing? Was it just poorly constructed?
no, everything about it. The concept is bad.
So from the ground up, it was flawed.
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't funny.
Okay,
The ashes
all right.
have no absorbent capabilities of any kind.
I see.
The remains that are not claimed in the coming weeks will be buried during a mass service on September 20th.
One person had to have laughed out there, right?
I don't think so.
No,
Not a one.
No.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
no. When you
Ace
tell-
is laughing now.
When you tell
Pencil shavings. It looks
Well, let me know how bad it was.
Josh, when you tell a joke like that, crickets get their wings.
Well, it won't be the last time.
Wow.
A New Jersey woman fell asleep in her car and woke up to
What a
find
great news story.
I wasn't finished.
I'm just mad because it didn't. The ashes joke.
Have you ever seen?
Don't blame me because your joke
Have
didn't
you ever
work.
seen cremated remains?
Yes.
No.
They don't look anything like.
I don't think they're very absorbent.
No, they're not.
Jesus,
I
we're
don't
going to
think
autopsy a joke that didn't work?
It's a joke about the death. Why not go for the autopsy?
A New Jersey woman fell asleep in her car and woke up to find it was gone.
The car?
Hamilton police said the 80-year-old woman told them she'd fallen asleep in her parked car in a driveway on Wednesday night.
I've done that.
She was apparently removed from the car sometime during the night, and as she woke up at 4 in the morning, she found her vehicle missing.
Wow.
That's a sound
She did
sleeper.
not remember what happened, but had a bruise and an abrasion on her face. This is a horrible story.
I think she lost it.
I think so, too.
Authorities found the empty vehicle Thursday afternoon in Trenton, New Jersey. No arrests had been made as of Thursday.
She's 80.
Yeah.
She probably fell asleep and was in a deep sleep. And
What? Walked into her house and what do you mean?
didn't they find her in the driveway?
Where'd her car go?
Someone came by, saw that she was asleep, took her out of
Stole
the
her
car, put her
car.
in the probably. What do you think? It's a Chris Angel stunt?
I don't know.
That's pretty
Penn and
good.
Teller? Wow. I'm glad
I
they
can't
didn't-
explain it. I have no idea.
Well, someone obviously opened the car door, picked her up, put her in the ground.
I think dropped her if she has an abrasion and bruise.
Kicked
That's
out of
a
a car. I think.
Great commercial for Ambien.
Yeah.
You know, so strong it'll, knock you out and have your car stolen. You won't even wake up during a carjack.
Poor thing.
It is sad.
Joyride.
Yeah.
She's 80. She doesn't need that car anymore.
Nah, it's
Hey,
for
wait
the
a
best.
minute.
I think they did us all a favor.
My mom's 80 still drives. You need to
Oh,
stop. They need
God.
their cars.
Well, warn us when she's out.
God.
Nancy.
Yeah.
What a menace.
Especially if she's snoozy.
Jeez.
Now, let me just wait a second. I got a test here. Christy,
Tom.
you have owned more cars than anybody I've ever known in my life. You
Okay.
love your cars. Mm-hmm. Would you loan one of your cars to your mom?
Yeah, my mom's a good driver. She actually owns one of my old cars.
Would you snip the brake line first? I think it's
No.
Check the will.
So the stuff you say off the air, we shouldn't talk about on the air.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Pile on today.
You haven't
Go
loved
on.
her since you were a child, that kind of thing.
Drives around drunk.
Oh, she's very independent. We like to keep her that
We're
way.
kidding.
You were an accident.
I think the words "sent my father to an early grave" have come out of your mouth more than once.
They had been divorced for some time. 28
Well, I'm sure.
years, I think. 30 years, whatever.
Well, if we're lucky, she'll pull a Thelma and Louise.
Just a Thelma. We don't-
Just a Thelma,
Yeah.
sorry. We like
Her friend Louise doesn't need
Don't
to
you
be-
love it when the guests just pile on? Doesn't really know you.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm just gonna.
It's going to be a pile up later.
Hey, Uber is in the news today. They're trying to stop a Florida beauty salon from using the name, and I'm going to spell this for you. Are you ready? B-A-U and capital B-E-R.
It's like Bo Bar. So Buber?
Buber.
What's
like
a beauty salon? So it would be.
Buber.
Uber has nothing better to do.
I guess. 45-year-old Carolina Vengochia tried to trademark her name, and Uber filed a notice of opposition with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, claiming she was trying to capitalize on their brand. She has since turned down several settlement offers from Uber, saying her app, which helps clients book appointments, is a combination between the words beautician and barber.
No, I think she's full of crap there.
But I mean, are you allowed to? Isn't it satirical, kind of?
She said,
Right, parody.
I mean, if
Uber's-
you did Duber and you were a marijuana salesperson, or
Right, or Goober has been around before Uber.
She said Uber's legal action has prevented her from investing in developing her app, but is determined to fight the company.
is Bill Burr okay? The comedian?
No, he's been asked to change his name.
Yeah, Bill Burr.
Yeah.
So now he's Bill Lift.
Good to have you back. He's back.
Nice recovery.
Wow, we were all worried there for a while.
We thought it was over.
Yeah.
No, he had the puked
Josh has run out.
There was a grave. Somebody,
roaring back.
you dug a grave and climbed out of it.
Give yourself 5 stars on that.
Yes, your career was almost cremated.
Okay.
Watch the entire show live or on demand with the Bob and Tom VIP All Access Pass. Listen live with the Bob and Tom app and make sure to visit bobandtomstore.com. Tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.